Hello, everybody, friends, loved ones, fellow DC Comics fans. Welcome to our review / spoiler cast of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
We cannot emphasize on how many spoilers will be in this review.
So, to get it out of the way, the review portion, go see this damn movie right now.
Like, stop. If it's one of the people watching this, stop it. Go watch it.
I know on the internet or something, people there's some bad reviews out there. I don't get it.
They're stupid.
Go watch this movie.
Makes no sense.
I should have prefaced by saying, get ready for this, how we were going to review movies. We have the in the car review, which is we got out of the theater, we come to a car, and we record our review in that car. So
Yeah.
We literally
fresh
just saw the movie.
In our minds,
you can feel the hype
deal.
coursing through our veins. It hasn't had enough time to burn out yet.
This
All right.
is so much I want to talk about.
So, watch the movie. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. It's amazing. Now, spoiler alert. Spoiler.
We'll give you like, 5 seconds to...
No, they've had enough time.
Yeah, I said spoiler like 6
Yeah,
times.
okay.
All right. Doomsday! Fucking Darkseid! Aquaman!
Oh my
Flash!
God.
Oh god!
Shit, fucking Flashpoint. His armor and the way his mask...
It came through. They got boom tubes up in this bitch!
I know!
Boom tubes,
They
motherfucker!
did such a well job. Like, they didn't need an end credit scene. They had all the references for the other movies in the movie.
Boom tube! Motherfuckers!
Every classic comic, everything that you have read that went into this movie, they show it. Live action. Okay?
They pay homage to so many comics. It's beautiful. If you've read most of the comics, you'll get most of the references.
I don't know if you guys heard, but whenever they hit him with a nuke and he looks like in Dark Knight,
Right?
And like the whole row in front of us like, what the fuck?
I know, and I was
We're
like,
what the fuck's wrong with you?
as soon as they were like, we're gonna launch a nuke, I was like, please show it.
Yeah.
Please show it.
Show
Come on.
messed up
Show me
Superman.
messed up Superman. Oh my
He
god.
looked like a freaking zombie.
One of the people that understood were people next to us that are dressed up as Batman
Right?
and Superman.
It's like, that was a moment where it's like either you were a fan of DC, you were a fan of Superman, or you're just there and like it.
I mean, the Flashpoint Paradox, the Flashpoint Paradox moment, I guarantee you, 60% of that movie theater, I mean, not even, like 75% of the movie theater, not understand what that was.
No, because that's more popular now, but yeah.
Well, alright, so, this is our resident social-ish nerd, Berto. He probably knows least amount about DC, so he's going to be the...
anything in general.
He's not a big comic guy, so he's going to be the normal movie viewer for this group. What should you understand about that scene, Berto?
No, Berto, let's get it out of this way. Do you think that was a good movie?
I think it was a good movie. Yes.
Alright.
But then again, I don't know much about DC Comics
That's
or
the
anything.
point.
And that's the point.
Is
You
so
don't know-
if you, a innocent bystander,
What I'm just saying is I found it entertaining.
exactly, and you watch it and you're like, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a
You
good
don't
movie.
need to know all the tropes, all the Easter eggs, all the references, but if you, as someone who hasn't read or like got that stuff, if you could go in and watch this movie and be like, yeah, it's a good movie.
So, like, Berto, as you may or may not know, which, just so you know, this conversation is going to be between us. You know, like, we're talking to the listeners, obviously, but this is for us.
Yeah.
We earn this. So you don't need to tell, Joe Sixpack out there what you thought of the movie. You need to tell us what you thought of the movie. So that's out of the way. But let me tell you. So there's 2 comic books that this is super heavily based on. One is The Dark Knight Returns, which is where Batman is retired. He comes back from retirement, and the government sends Superman out to stop him, and then he beats Superman with the help of Green Arrow. And whenever, like, there was all these little things that are from that comic book they just kind of modify. So, like, whenever he catches that thing and then Kryptonite, Green Arrow actually shoots a Kryptonite arrow
With his teeth, because he wouldn't stop being a superhero, which is why no one's superheroes.
I'm trying not to confuse the boy.
Oh, but Superman rips his arm off.
Yeah.
So that way,
It's pretty dark
he
comic.
shoots it with his teeth,
And he grabs it, and he's like, "Are you just like in that? He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
An arrow.
An arrow, and then psh, fuck, kryptonite dust.
Kryptonite smoke bomb.
Starts beating the shit out of him, just like the movie. It's just now I can understand why we freaked out so much just for that little scene.
Because it was literally that is just other than the arrow. It's replaced by a grenade and Green Arrow's Batman, but shot for shot, it's bam, and then whoosh, and then in the same suit, he just goes and just starts beating the crap out of him.
Even the look of confusion on Superman's face, he's like, "What?"
It was just, and then like,
come on, bro.
the fact that Lex Luthor is this just huge mastermind supervillain is just so like that was the comic bookiest freaking movie I've ever seen.
It was so, and it wasn't even just that it was comic booky. There was like comic parts that were like zingy one-liners and comic booky stuff. That was the biggest that was probably the greatest, but definitely the most comic-y comic book movie ever.
It was just
even the Batman fighting scenes, like they give away a lot of unrealism for Batman too, which is like the first scene where he's like crawling along the ceiling. It's just
that was so good.
Comic booky.
Oh my god, that first scene where he's just like it's nothing.
So crazy.
He's getting blasted with a shotgun and he's blowing off fucking nothing. That was terrifying.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
While I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, that's scary. What the hell? How did he do that?
And the semi-man-bat scene.
Oh my god. And then, it was just so good. And like freaking.
I do want to stop for a moment. Alright. That Batman fighting scene is straight up the best Batman scene I've ever seen. Animated, live action, like that fighting scene was
on point.
Oh my god.
And I was worried that
makes Christian Bale look like a little
I
Batman.
Express how much I love that one scene.
And you, Sebastian, always complain that Batman is not detective-y enough. He's pretty freaking detective-y in this movie.
Like, this is I've heard it's probably the best Batman movie ever, and like straight up it shows what Batman should be.
Yeah.
And it was just
he's Batman 110%.
My only complaint is that there's not more Batman, but that's a personal opinion.
There's not enough Superman.
I thought it was perfect on both fronts. I thought the Batman v Superman it had them both, had good balances. It delved into both their lives. It was good.
What do you think, bro?
But
Wonder Woman?
Actually, and Wonder Woman's really cool in it.
Yeah.
Like
they did her just enough to the deal.
I was really wondering how they were gonna introduce her, because they can't just be like, oh, there's a big bad guy, and then Wonder Woman pops out and is like, oh, I'm here to help. You actually had this really great cohesive storyline. Where, because this is freaking spoilers, we can just talk about whatever the fuck. Whenever she's like I didn't expect them to I knew she was in because of the trailers. I knew she was at the parties and stuff, but I didn't know. And the fact that she's trying to find this evidence that she's a fucking superhero.
It's incredible because you don't know it's Wonder Woman at first. Like you see her just some random way. You're trying to figure it out.
If you don't know that that's Wonder Woman, then you just don't know. You're like, oh, what's with this weird? Honestly, if I had just saw that, I would think, oh, it's Catwoman because she's robbing stuff and she's stealing stuff.
Not gonna lie, that was my first thought too. Because they don't. There's no hints at all.
Yeah, they don't
it's
tell
just
you.
A random
they
woman.
don't even tell you her name. They're just like, hey, you're doing this. I'm gonna steal this from you, Bruce
even
Wayne.
With comic book knowledge, it's beautiful because even if you know about comics, you still get that oh crap, it's her moment,
And this whenever they open the file from Lex Luthor's computer and all the symbols are there for every single one.
It's just when that happened. Oh my god,
I loved that part, but I was like, I don't understand how he got these symbols, but whatever.
I love how organic it felt too.
Because they're on their costumes. Cyborg exists, the Flash exists, Wonder Woman exists. They're just, on the DL.
The W on her costume.
I guess
the ball. Well, no, but Flash didn't have. He wasn't a costume.
Not in that, but I'm sure
that's
he
what I was
has
saying.
a costume.
There was 15 freaking video files on his file. I'm sure there was something about that.
That freaking cyborg scene though.
The cyborg scene was
terrifying.
My
that was so terrifying.
That was really creepy.
I cannot tell you how amazing that scene was.
Disembodied torso, and I was just like, oh my god.
And they had the cute
they literally just had this arm, chest.
Cyborg.
It was like RoboCop, and he was on like a blackboard.
Oh
You know, it was
my
like
God.
he was doing equations with his son just there.
It was so amazing. Like, I was expecting to see him playing football or something. I knew he was in the movie.
Right? Like, whenever
Yeah.
they were like, Kent, we will need you to run sports, I was like,
Like,
this is
oh,
where we
yeah,
see
there we go.
Nick Stone,
They
football
immediately
star.
show him turning into Cyborg.
Yeah.
And that is just...
His scream
That's
is.
so...
That was some freaky ass screaming.
I mean, I get that's a weird scene, but it's so cool. 'Cause, like, you get to see it. They don't need to bother with that much of an origin story now. They already have it.
Yeah. And then Aquaman. Aquaman was weird.
I would say, like, if it took a little long for him to do anything. Like, he was kind of staring at
Right,
the
he was
camera
like,
for a
what's
little
going on here? And
I'm
then-
sure because it was like, he was like, what the f is that? Is that a. You know what? I don't trust this.
And then-
BAM!
bit. The ending was pretty awesome. The
Just
giant
goes- yeah.
explosion on the
He
water.
shot an underwater drone through the ocean.
That's pretty awesome. Like, Flashpoint had the smallest. Oh, he has two scenes though.
Yeah,
He had two.
yeah, that's true. He had the smallest of the files, but he had the biggest scene, other than like Wonder Woman
Yeah, 'cause-
in the movie.
They didn't really announce it was the Flash. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
he came running in a Flash costume, and then he had like this weird iron. I don't know how I like the Iron Man-y mask. That was
No,
that's
see,
the
no,
Flashpoint
yeah.
paradox. He has a medal.
I think that because obvious. All right, so if that is true, like that wasn't just Bruce Wayne having some weird hallucination, but why would he hallucinate about
That's what I'm saying.
Darkseid? So what I
is-
think it is as well in the kind of the universe that they're using a little bit. Cyborg is the one who can open the multidimensional portals. So I think that was Cyborg mixing with the Flash. And that's why he had this silver kind of... Because if you noticed, his face was like... At first it was metallic, and then it was just a red Flash mask. Because I was like paying super close attention. I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, I bet it's Flash and Cyborg both, portraying themselves through this portal. Like, hey, Batman, stop Superman right fucking now. And then, otherwise Lois Lane's gonna get killed, and then Darkseid's gonna take over, and he's gonna be like a lieutenant or some shit, and you're gonna have to stop him. And
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So yeah, that makes sense because he talks about you took her from me.
yeah,
So the dark side was able to actually corrupt his mind, and then he becomes
because
his general.
something will happen to Lois Lane, and then and then Darkseid will come in. No,
Is your car dead?
No.
Dang, modern safety measures.
What if we run out on the windows? Like outside.
no, because then we got wind noise.
Oh, you're right. I don't want to
So-
waste all his batteries though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, I don't know how much so. I mean, we usually don't talk for like crazy amounts of time.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we'll be all right.
Worst case scenario becomes a podcast.
So then, like, Darkseid, what do you call it, corrupts Superman, and then becomes like the leader of Earth, because that's what he always promised him, he's going to give him Earth, and then he becomes, crazy Injustice Superman, where he just has this police state over everything.
Yeah, hence the army and everything.
And then Batman was trying to stop him, and he looked just like a desert version of Red Sun Batman. You know what I
It's
mean?
really weird. Also, Batman killed a lot of people in this movie.
yeah,
So
I
was-
noticed that.
He killed actually,
He shot those guys on that truck with the machine gun and blew them up.
remember it said earlier when I said something little got spoiled for me? It was that Batman kills people, because I saw some article of like, why Zack Snyder said his Batman kills people. And I didn't read it, obviously, because I didn't even want to know that he killed people.
He was ready to kill Superman.
Yeah. But Superman is different, because that's like
Yeah,
what
but-
his job
Yeah, but he
is.
didn't have a second thought, He was like, I'm gonna murder them.
Yeah, because
So-
he's in his head, he didn't have a choice.
And then he murdered a lot of people
But
too.
the other people, that's what I was like, hey, maybe you should calm down a little bit. You kind of killed
Right.
a lot of people.
you just took a giant ass machine gun and then blew up a guy with a
Which
flamethrower.
is also a beautiful, beautiful reference. Him holding the LMG,
Yeah.
holding a guy. That's.
And then
I
let's
mean,
just
he also shot him, but he was like 60.
all right. So it's the death of Superman. How great did they do it? It was so.
It was
It was beautiful.
it was just perfect. And then, you know,
When they started folding the flag, I was like, "Oh man, are they gonna do it? Is it gonna be there? Is it gonna be there?" And then, bam! The death of Superman super signal.
I did not see that first. 'Cause I was following the flag for a moment. So yeah, he freaked out. I was like, "What?" I saw it. I saw it at the end of it.
I was tearing up, man.
Me too, actually.
That was nice.
I feel a little bad. I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh."
Oh God, Superman!
Whenever they were laying down his body, I was like, "Oh my God,
See,
that was so
it
hardcore."
was really depressing. The entire time I was like, "No, he's not really dead."
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
of course he's not
Anyone
dead.
who knows, they're like, "All right, he's coming back." But even
Hey,
still,
bro, did you think he was completely dead?
No.
Exactly.
but dude, how he took a giant bone spike through the chest.
Dude.
Into
Speaking
his
of
heart.
bones.
That was so hardcore.
Speaking of bone spikes, when I first saw Doomsday, I was like, "Ah, he's so fleshy. I don't like it."
Containment suit Doomsday.
Yep.
And then as soon as he had spikes, I flipped. It was just.
Whoever cut that fucking Doomsday trailer needs to get fired. Because if I didn't know that Doomsday was in this movie, and then Lex Luthor was like, "You're
Right.
Doomsday," I would have shit my pants.
Right? It would have been the
Like, no joke. I would have not known what to do with myself. My anus would have relaxed, and I would have shat my pants
See,
in the theater.
this is why I don't watch. I'm like watching trailers. If I'm curious about a movie, I watch one trailer. If I've never heard of it. But like for this movie, I was gonna watch it. I didn't need to see a trailer to
Yeah,
watch
but
it.
that's the thing is like we watched that trailer, but even if we didn't watch that trailer, that was everywhere. So we would have seen it and we would have found
It
out.
was all over everything
And
twice.
if they had just not told anyone, even if they had just like let
Yeah.
a couple leaks or there was rumors, but if they had just not told anyone, we were like, "Oh, who knows?" And then we went in there and we saw that, we would have just been screaming like girls.
Because there's 3 trailers, the first and the last one, don't talk about it for a second. And you could tell, because the last one
Yeah.
didn't even mention it, that they were like, "Ooh, we messed up.
Yeah, we
shouldn't
were
have done
talking about it and we were like, "Man, you can tell from the latest trailer that they were like, we probably shouldn't have
I mean,
told people about
it helps
Doomsday."
because they're gonna learn from this experience for all the other movies.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
this was
It's kind of a big deal.
This was Batman
It was
versus
Doomsday.
Superman. This was the death of Superman done perfectly. Batman v Superman done perfectly. And then the beginning of the Justice League done almost perfectly.
Like, I literally, that movie can't have been better.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a single way that movie could be better. There's not a single aspect. Shut up.
No, but I'm actually very surprised how long those scenes were though, with all the extra people.
Right? I was like, whenever they said all of these characters are going to be in costume doing stuff,
Right?
I was like, that doesn't make any sense. How are they going to do that? And they're like, oh wait, Lex Luthor has this crazy file on all these superheroes.
Well, like what I thought was, because whenever, like, I knew that was gonna happen, so I knew Wonder Woman was in it, and whenever they saw the scene where he had the crazy vision, I was like, okay, there's Cyborg and
Yeah.
Flash, and it was like kind of a little joke because you can barely see them and you can't really tell they're there. So unless you go see the movie,
I don't know if that's Cyborg.
Yeah.
watch it again. Whenever we watch it again.
We watch the movie. We all have to pay attention.
My point. Well, actually, the point I was just about to make is, like, unless you watch it again, you'll just be like, "What the hell was that?" And then you'll see a little bit of, like, obviously the Flash was there.
Yeah.
The Flash was there.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not Cyborg was there too, that's my personal opinion.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. Like if you look at it, the same actor.
The way I think is like whenever they're releasing about the costume and they're like his costume is more like armor and stuff because he's just fast. He can't really like take hits and stuff. I think that it really is almost like
it's like the Injustice game.
yeah. It's not. That's actually they said that we're gonna take direct influence from the Injustice game.
I don't think it looks that bad. Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
But in the game, it looks really good.
I thought they were just gonna have like those two little things, and then Wonder Woman, and then at the end there would be some Aquaman thing, and that was it. But then they had that.
They were like, hey, let's show everyone right here, right now.
I'll admit, DC does not need.
And in a way that actually made sense. It
Right.
wasn't just like, hey, here are these characters. It
Yeah.
fucking
They were
worked.
like, hey, this crazy guy who's a supervillain who's been going crazy mastermind this whole thing got files and everything he could on all of these meta-humans
Like,
in their world.
they don't need an after credit. They didn't need an after credit scene. It's just
The after credit scene was the dirt.
it was so organically like made to build up the other movies. You know.
It was so great.
Dude, my favorite Batmobile.
That really is. That's
Oh
like
my God.
that's the best Batmobile I've ever seen.
I've played the Arkham Knight Batmobile, and I prefer this one. This one's so cool.
And like, I don't know if like this was just like a little thing, but like, Zack Snyder, he knows what he's doing, man. Now,
Yeah.
Because like Man of Steel had some rough edges.
Very
but
rough edges.
he like I really like one of my favorite things about that movie is it starts out in the most Supermaniest thing like ever. Lois Lane is on a story and it's dangerous, and then she's gonna die, and then Superman just comes in, freaking gives her a little smile like, I got this, girl, and then just bam, takes him out. He's like, I'm Superman.
Bashes him through a building.
And then, you know what I'm like you know, from there it escalated and there was the whole, you know, like it was a big scandal, but you know, it was just so pure right there. It's just Lois Lane, you know, getting into trouble. Superman helping her out, solving the
Wacky
problems.
antics.
Yep, antics and fun, and it was perfect. And then and then you had the perfect Batman scene where the cops come in,
Oh, yeah.
just
That
terrified.
was so freaky.
And then you're like, what's going
All
on?
those freaking Chinese or whatever, the Oriental, I don't know what they were, but slaves or
I'm pretty sure you
prisoners.
can't say Oriental.
I don't know what the term is.
Just say Asians.
The Asian,
All the people underground.
all of those people who were in the cage, and they were sitting there and refusing to let the cops let them out.
And it was beautiful. It was even better because it was from the cops' point of view.
Yeah,
they're
they're,
just-
like, we don't know what you're saying.
You felt the cops' fear for a moment because just all you hear is screams, and then he's just in the corner
That was the-
staring at him.
That was the creepiest.
That was like,
He was just, oh!
that was so terrifying. And then, because, you know, for a second, I was like,
Why
what's
is
that?
he just sitting in the corner
Well-
there? How is he not noticing him?
I was like, well, for a second, like, I didn't notice him at first, and I was like, what's that in the back there? And then the shape kind of formed, and I was like, that's fucking Batman. And then the guy looks, and it's just Batman there, and he's like, "Fuck." And I was like, what the fuck is that?
I've never seen it before.
He's a lot more bat than he is. Like, Bruce Nolan is just kind of like a guy who's, I mean, not Bruce Nolan, sorry. Bruce Nolan's Batman or whatever, Christian Bale. Whatever, man, I'm excited. It's crazy.
Let's get it.
But Christian Bale was just kind of like a dude in armor that had a bat theme.
No,
He
this
is
was
Batman.
Yeah.
Like,
Like Christian Bale, and it's just Chris Nolan.
What did I say?
You said Bruce Nolan.
Oh, I
I'd
did?
say Bruce Wayne, I guess. But he's like,
it's very funny.
he's a ninja, you know, in a bat costume. But like, you know, there's certain bat antics and he's got, you know, gadgets. But he's a ninja in a bat costume. This is fucking Batman.
Right? Just some crazy badass dude dressed up like a bat, crawling on walls and ceilings and being scary and beating the shit
A
out
lot
of
of
people.
people worry about Ben Affleck playing the Batman, but like, it was perfect. Like,
Maybe-
as soon as I saw him, like, yep, that was Batman.
Best Batman ever, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, if I I may need to watch this movie a couple more times, but
I also
Can you imagine his Batman movie?
oh my god,
dude.
It's just gonna be the
best
great.
best first superhero movie to win Best Picture.
I'm not gonna stop watching that movie. But real quick though, I do love how quickly they went over his origin story.
Right?
Right? Like that.
It wasn't a
That
big
was
thing.
that
It
was
just
like the
boom,
best. It was the
done.
opening. It
It
was
was a-
literally the
yeah,
opening
it
credits.
It was way more tasteful than I
Yeah.
thought it would be.
Yeah, it's super artistic too. Like all the different shots it had, and it was
Yeah.
just
And then like the
And-
way the gun popped the pearls, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's so cool. And then what do you call and then like
and you can figure it out. Like they didn't have that many words. You figured it out just from watching it.
and then how the ending, like the end of it was just turned out to be like hallucination, a bad dream that he's having. And then I was like, that's the best way to do it.
Because you can't just do it and be like, oh, there you go.
You can't just throw it in there and be like, oh, this is how Batman's Batman because Bruce got
Like,
killed.
They didn't do a time jump like every other Batman movie. They didn't go up 25 years.
I really loved how it was the opening because it was like, what are you going to do in these credits? Are you just going to show a Batman and Superman signal? But no, they were like, anyone who doesn't know, let's get this out of the way in the best way possible, and then bam.
This is why Batman's Batman. The only problem with that movie is that the trailer spoiled Doomsday.
Yep.
Well,
But if that movie by itself is perfect.
Yeah.
there is one instance where I had a little quirk with, but they fixed it pretty like immediately after. So you know when he gets full suit like and he's on the roof with the bat signal.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like it just kind of rushed to that
Like
moment.
happened.
Yeah, and then like it built up with Superman with Lex Luthor. But
Yeah.
there was no build up for that moment, you know. It just kind of happened immediately, but then they built it up.
I think the
So
whole
it
build up was him, was his montage.
Yeah. Well, first of all, him setting up the fight, and then also like the
I feel
bombing.
if they had a suit, like a small, like him, you know. Like,
Did
just
you like want to
showing
see
the
him
suit
getting
on-
suit up? Like,
Either that, or just having the suit revealed and then having him on the roof.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's literally like, bam, and then
he's
full
like,
Iron Man.
I did. He did. It did seem to be just like a tad too fast. But I feel like the bombing at the the courthouse. That was just like, okay, I'm done. It's happening. Batman v Superman:
yeah.
Dawn of Justice,
Well,
and
just-
then suited up and was he said just fight up, and he was like, I don't give a fuck. Turn this light on. Come on, bitch.
I can understand that them not having a suit up montage because that's people are like, oh, that's take Iron Man.
It's really weird they blew up Holly Hunter.
Yeah, that was so as actually I was gonna come over to Berto, but I didn't want to ruin the movie, or for what do you call it, and also I didn't want to mess with him because he's watching the movie. But I thought that Scott McNairy, the guy with no legs, that's his real name. I thought that he was gonna be Doomsday, and I thought he was because that's like Metallo. I thought it was gonna be like Metallo, where he gets injured and he's like, hey, we can save you, and then but he hates Superman, so they would take Zod's DNA, mix it into his, and then they make this giant Superman hating Doomsday.
No, but they ended up having, it was a really good scene though, like him standing in the flames and everything.
Yeah.
By the way,
it was so surprising when he blew up, and I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
dude.
that just fucking happened?
And just the slow realization.
right when
too.
Superman's just standing there in the flames, untouched, and
he's
like
just
literally not even his hair is moved, and then just
Everyone's
fire
dead. He's
and-
just.
It's and he realizes he's like, well, this is gone to shit. There's
Yep.
nothing I can do
And
now.
you see just the regrets in his eyes.
so it's just like Henry Cavill is a really good actor, but he's really good because he doesn't say a ton of stuff, but his facial cues and everything he does,
yeah.
he conveys so much emotion.
You know exactly
Yeah.
what's
What he's
happening
feeling
just
right
by
now.
just by looking at him.
And by the way, I just want to one of the coolest scenes I saw was whenever Doomsday's coming out and he's freaking out, and then Lex has done all these horrible things, and then Doomsday's about to just punch and just basically blow up Lex Luthor with his fist, and then Superman stops him.
Yeah, he
Saves
him.
Lex Luthor after he kidnapped his mother and was gonna have her murdered.
He's gonna have her burned to death,
He was-
threw Lois Lane off of his building, and said, "Go bring me the head of Batman."
Tried freaking
It's so
manipulated him to
Superman-y.
try to kill a human being, and he still saves Lex Luthor from Doomsday. And I was like,
And
that
it's like-
is fucking
And it
Superman.
was so fast too. It was just oh, and then Superman's just oh.
I thought about to watch Lex Luthor die for a moment.
Me too. I was like,
I was like, oh.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but he's gonna punch Lex Luthor, and then bam.
Alright, so from Superman to Batman, can you talk about how great his Bruce Wayne was? Like how he was acting, all
Yeah.
best
points.
Bruce Wayne ever.
Yeah.
Like,
best
he was acting-
Bruce Wayne.
ever.
He was
Ever.
acting stupid. It was just it's perfect.
He's just he's like this big. He's like
He literally acts like I would imagine Ben Affleck
He's-
acts like,
yeah.
"Hey, is the bathroom down here?
Oh man, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, those are nice shoes."
Hey, darling, what you doing? Hey, man, you guys want to hang out, watch the MMA fights?
I'm sorry. I get lost when Pretty Ladies come
Yeah.
around. It's just like it was amazing Bruce Wayne. 'Cause every
Right.
Bruce Wayne you see
And
is
it
so
was
serious.
And it was so cut to. It was like,
Yeah.
here's spy Batman, and then hires Bruce Wayne.
It was you could tell as soon as he went for he was just, I'm Bruce Wayne, and then on a drop of a
Yeah.
hat he's just I'm Batman.
Yeah, that when she took his file, he immediately became serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was all goofy, then right there, Batman. It was
It
just
was perfect.
best Bruce Wayne Batman.
Oh my god,
ever.
perfect. I need to watch that movie so many times.
I can't believe how much I love that movie. Oh yeah, just I'm more of a Marvel guy. I'm pretty sure we didn't bring that up in this video, but
Converted.
I hate how much I love this movie, but it's too good.
You hear that, Marvel fans? So good it converts you.
Still love Iron Man movie, but
I don't understand how critics can say this is bad. It doesn't make any
Actually,
sense.
Like-
we need to read some of these.
Yeah,
reviews.
like I haven't I haven't read any of them. I wanna do this. I wanna get our thoughts out of the way so we're not influenced by anything else. You know, I don't want to read someone being like, oh, it kind of sucked that the suit just kind of got put on, and I'm like, well, that's true. I want us to say that organically. I want us to,
Fair
you know,
point.
and then I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna read the reviews and I'm gonna see if there's any legitimate criticisms, because as it stands right now, I don't see any.
How crazy was it whenever he's sitting there with his boot on his throat, about to kill Superman, and then he's just like, Martha! And then he just snaps.
It's just like,
He has like a psychic break, and he's like, why did you say that?
Martha, where is she? Who's Martha?
Oh, dude, the bat voice, perfect.
Right, and I like it
Perfect.
was so cool how he.
It was such a simple fix too. It was like, yep, voice modulator. Yep, there, done.
And then,
Right.
like, it seemed like in the commercials, it was way more modulary
Yeah.
than it is in
That
the movie.
sounded a lot better on there.
Like, in the movie, it's a lot more kind of like Kevin Conroy, where whenever he's Bruce Wayne, he's all like, hey, guys, but when he's Batman, he's just like, oh, I'm Batman.
I
Or
think
you
the first line. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, instead of, like a, what's his name? Chris Nolan's Batman. So excited, I can't remember.
Oh yeah, you guys yell at me, and
Well, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Instead
Christian
of
Bale.
Christian Bale, instead of just being like, roar, he has like this kind of like he goes into a higher octave and he's just like, hey guys, to do his, well, that's obviously an exaggeration. Don't think that that's what he sounds like. If you've seen that, you should watch the movie before you watch this thing. But if you haven't, he's more like, hey, what's going on? I'm Bruce Wayne. And then as soon as he's Batman, he's more like, oh, I'm Batman. And it's not, it's not gravelly. It's not, incomprehensible. It's more like he changes his voice to be Bruce Wayne as opposed to changing it to be Batman.
I think one of the coolest things is I'm not sure you guys noticed, but Batman does not speak until he sees Superman. Like that line about do you bleed is the first time you hear Batman speak with the modulated voice. I'm pretty sure at least.
No, I think you.
No?
Well, no, I'm saying I think you're right.
yeah.
Like that's the first line you
Hear
hear him say.
Alfred talk with it.
Yeah, but
But I don't remember what he was saying, but it sounded really weird.
it's like it's so cool.
Alfred
that
was
they-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he
Alfred
was
was good.
perfect. Alfred. He was just so. He was so funny.
So funny, we were sitting there with the tea, and he's just like, maybe you'll meet a metropolis girl, and she'll set you right. Only in my dreams, Alfred.
But nah, dude, it's just like the first time you hear Batman speak, like, cause they save it, which is just beautiful. But like, it's such a small thing,
And like his first line is, "Do you bleed?" Like I need to rewatch it. I'm fairly certain you're right, but
Yeah,
I'm not
I want to
confirming
double
or
check
denying
as well.
anything.
But I feel like just it's the first like big line. If
Yeah,
anything.
and then it was so
I love
so
Alfred,
great.
though.
And then it's really fantastic that like they both have such legitimate reasons for not liking each other.
Right.
That if you were to just like you watch the beginning of the movie and they're gonna fight, you think they're gonna fight just because Batman hates Superman, Superman hates Batman. But then when they throw the curveball of Superman has to fight him. Like going into the trailer and I'm watching
And then
the
he's
beginning.
like, Superman thinks that he's a crazy person,
Yeah.
just like just killing and beating the shit out of people.
Because you're watching it and you're like, oh, they're going to fight because... And, that's still a decent premise. He's tired of him
Yeah.
being a vigilante. And he's tired of... Well, he doesn't like Superman because he destroys stuff. And then they could clash because of that. And, that makes sense, but it's a little basic. And then they throw this curveball in there and you're like, what the hell?
It's like Lex Luthor has been manipulating Bruce Wayne and like making him go even crazier.
Yeah.
That was like the craziest thing when he was just like sending him the
notes.
letters and all
Yeah,
this stuff.
when you find out that he's just like this mastermind orchestrating everything and you're like...
That's what's so
Everything
weird
was
is
perfect.
they open up Lex Luthor freaking playing basketball like in his weird kid company. He's like, hey, come sit in my office in this chair right in the middle of the building.
But like they introduced Lex Luthor as more innocent, and then he slowly began to realize how diabolical.
And
he
then
is.
at like the end of the last scene where he's talking about what essentially is
Darkseid.
and he's just, no pun intended, batshit crazy.
Yeah, he's just. You see, like, he's dribbling from the nose,
Yeah.
like snot, and he's just like screaming and just going crazy.
So, I want to get you guys' opinion on one thing. What do you guys think of the Batman branding people?
So I thought it was cool.
Thought it was a little weird.
I thought it was pretty cool, and the fact that, well, like, it makes less sense whenever since he kills people in this movie. But
Well, I mean, because it's a death sentence. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah, but
Really?
that's like Batman saying, "I'm not going to kill you." See, if he didn't kill people in this movie, that's Batman saying, "I'm not going to kill you,
But guess what?
you're
Well,
gonna die."
Batman doesn't, like, from what we told in the movie, he doesn't go out of his way to kill people. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
That's true. You know, that's
like,
another
like
thing.
that giant fighting scene. He didn't kill a single person except for the last guy because he had no choice.
That was the other thing is, like, in a lot of times where he kills someone, he doesn't actually kill them. He does something to cause their death.
Yeah.
Like he shoots the tank, or he whenever the guy has the grenade, he just hits the grenade and then knocks them
Yeah.
all into the room.
And
then,
he shoots the car. I mean, it's just
yeah,
but-
and he doesn't even like he shoots like the bottom and the base, and then like that he just hits
Yeah.
the car, and then the car drives into the
It's
tanker truck.
So,
he's not a direct murderer. He's just
Except for in the nightmare sequence where he's just shooting people
Yeah.
in the face.
and I was thinking about the end of the
he's
movie,
to murder people.
and I wonder if Superman makes it to where he doesn't kill people.
Yeah,
Because-
That's where he's
that
like,
too.
I failed him.
Yeah, and then he refuses to. He not. I mean, I don't know if refuses, but he doesn't brand Lex Luthor. To me, that was like him saying, like, I could literally. I mean, he's like, I'm not gonna kill you,
But you're gonna die.
I'm gonna sentence you to
'cause
death.
If
and
he
he
branded
just.
Lex Luthor, that would have been a death
Yep,
sentence.
they
for
would
Lex
they would
Luthor.
have killed him. He's in prison, and he's like he's dead. But he essentially spared his life.
Huh? That's a good point.
And
I mean,
then so like maybe he learned something from Superman.
that'd be
like
great
maybe
for the
I should-
Batman movie too.
You know,
Yeah.
that'd be really weird whenever Superman, because you know the whole thing is like when Superman comes
That
out
was so
of
good.
his death, that is like pure Superman. When he comes from his death, that's like pure embodiment of good and everything. Like that is the Superman.
And he'll come back to Batman being good
Yeah,
too.
Batman being like, yeah, I'm gonna break some people's arms, but I'm not gonna kill anyone.
Like the worst thing is, we got like Suicide Squad, which has nothing to do with this. It's still going to be great. And then I think Wonder Woman's after that has like nothing to do
Yeah,
with this because it takes place
100
before.
years
Well, actually,
earlier.
I want to ask, Suicide Squad, is it after this movie?
I don't know.
Because if it is, then it'll show
You know,
19 people in that movie.
It takes place after Man of Steel, but we don't know.
I
if
was
it takes
thinking about
place.
that actually because like the line whenever in the trailer whenever Amanda Waller's eating dinner is like maybe Superman was some kind of light to let. Whenever I was thinking about that, I was like, maybe she literally is speaking past tense because he's dead.
And it'll make sense because in that movie, it could show him,
Yeah.
against
Also,
good people.
why isn't Superman facing off against this giant crazy threat that's
When
whatever in the
that
trailer
they have to
we
send
were-
all these supervillains out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But that makes sense. That's actually a really good point. But as it stands, not confirmed where it takes place.
That was something after the movie and they're in the credits. I was thinking about that and I was like, that actually, yeah.
But
That's
Wonder
what
Woman
We'll bring that up for the next that video.
takes place in I think World War One,
Yeah.
and then I'm pretty sure it's World War One, not World War Two.
100 years earlier,
That's
that
true.
she said.
So, we have to wait a really, really long time
For shit to make sense.
to get a follow up to this
And
fantastic
we have to watch
movie.
we have to watch this movie right before any of the other movies.
The next movie, what is the next movie?
Suicide Squad.
No.
Is it
So,
called Semi-
what is the next actual movie?
I think it's Justice League.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
All right.
that's quick.
Well, yeah, I guess, they're going to preface everything in the other two movies, and then they're going to be like, Justice League. And then I wonder if that's where the first movie is them getting the team, because like they set up in the end, whenever Bruce Wayne is just like, hey, we're going to get the team together. And then the first movie is them getting the team, fighting some no-name villain, and then second one.
Darkseid.
Well, I think the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie, Superman comes back, and then Darkseid comes.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm looking up the release calendar to try to find out which ones, because
So, Berto, any
Yeah.
thoughts? Any, like,
Suicide
any scenes you like?
Squad. Oh wow, it's Suicide Squad, and if this is accurate, and then Justice League. So,
Huh.
which makes sense. They probably want to get a follow-up to that as soon as
Yeah.
possible. And then you're going to have Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, and then Justice League 2, and then Shazam, Green Lantern, Cyborg.
Shazam!
And then they said that somewhere in all that mix is going to be standalone Superman and Batman movies, which still, are unannounced. So they could, they may be sprinkled in between there, which, man, I cannot wait for a standalone Superman movie.
That's
can't
how
wait.
Batman movie's gonna be amazing.
That's true.
You guys
Oh
both
my
seem
God.
to lose the true gem of the standalone Shazam movie,
Uh,
which will be better than
Did
all
you see
of
that
them.
small scene? And can you imagine an entire movie of that?
That's gonna be great. It's
Oh
probably
my
gonna be the best
God.
superhero movie ever.
Ben Affleck making that Batman movie, like, it's gonna be so comic booky. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful.
That's probably gonna be the best superhero movie ever made. I hope Shazam is as good as this movie. I hope it is as perfectly done as this movie.
Like, I was... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, well, like a big... I don't know if I told you this, but a big worry I have for Shazam is that no one really knows the character or, like, the line of Shazam all that much because he's not a popular character. So they can really just do whatever the heck they want to with him, and everyone will be like, okay, but then there's people like me who'll be like,
That's not what Shazam is. So,
I want to interject, but we should probably do something about because I want the car to die.
yeah, well, we're wrapped up here in a second.
yeah.
Oh, real quick though, Berto, what's your favorite scene? A non-comic booky guy.
Shit.
I don't remember a poop scene, Berto.
We weren't looking hard enough, man.
Okay, that's true.
Bruce Wayne was looking for the bathroom.
Yeah, remember that Bruce Wayne scene? Best scene ever.
Remember he got lost?
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing spy and Batman stuff, but homeboy had to take a deuce.
Favorite scene. Even with the Doomsday fight, I gotta say my favorite fight scene was with Batman against the henchmen.
Yeah,
My favorite scene.
that was a really good scene.
Best scene in the movie. Your favorite scene, Ted?
I don't know. That's.
All around too good.
Mine,
I think my favorite scene is probably the beginning fight with Wonder Woman, and then that whole from like whenever they start fighting Doomsday, like whenever the sun hits Superman to whenever Superman goes to find Lois Lane. That chunk probably the best.
I was gonna say, like, maybe, like, if I were to narrow it down, it would be, like, whenever Wonder Woman hits him with the lasso, and then
That was so crazy.
Batman hits him with the kryptonite bomb,
Grenade.
and then Superman, and that last little bit where Superman comes
That
up with the
trinity
spear,
of just
and then just stabs him in the heart
That was
with a
really
kryptonite spear.
one of the most. I can't believe that was in a superhero movie because that was. They showed
That's
the
hardcore.
freaking gaping hole
Yeah,
that
was
spike
graphic.
went through Superman's chest.
Honestly, my favorite scene was, if it's not the Batman scene, it's the Batmobile scene.
That was a really good
So
Batmobile
cool.
scene.
But
It was
Also-
so funny. Like, I really loved how he's had this crazy chase. He finally picks off all the dudes. He's gonna get the kryptonite, and then Superman's
Superman's
just
just like he just stands there and he's like, ah.
and you see Batman's face like, oh, fuck.
By the way, how crazy was it that Lex Luthor killed what's her name, his assistant?
Well,
yeah, Mercy Graves.
Yeah,
I was really pissed about that because I like Mercy Graves
Yeah,
a lot.
well, there's some iterations where she's a robot, so.
Yeah, but
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think they're gonna do robot. He's already in jail and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see her fight at least someone because
But-
she's like a super badass.
But then no, and then you see her face and she's like, oh, because it's like she knows, and then, bam.
I'm happy they had her in a movie, but that's wasted potential right there.
Yeah, it was like they really. It's nice service, but they literally just put her in there so they can be like, hey, look, comic book. She's from the comic book, and
Yeah, person.
now she's dead.
Let's close that loop right there.
And yeah, I kind of wish, I don't know who, because I was like, whenever she stumbled in, like, Batman was like, oh, hey, what's going on? I thought that maybe she'd like attack him, and then he'd like knock her out real quick,
Yeah, just be
and
like,
then be
"Bam."
like, I don't know what happened, you hit your head or something, and then she'd be like, oh, I don't know. So, like, but other than that, I don't know who she would fight, but I wanted to see her do some of her cool kung fu because Mercy Graves is really a cool character.
You know what I really wanted to see, but I didn't see? Batman used his utility belt. He used that grappling hook a lot.
That's a
Didn't
fair
use
point.
his utility.
Well, I mean, he had a super crazy grappling hook that just had 1,000,001
Right,
things in
that
it.
was like that was a lot of grappling hooks.
And
He
then-
was like a wizard with that thing.
And then
Well,
I mean,
comic booky. I mean, why wasn't just like?
Yeah.
but I mean, like, what did you like? He grabbed batarangs and threw them. I mean,
Yeah, dude, that Batman scene was just how he popped out, instantly floated through it. It was just
it
beautiful.
hit that guy. It just went right into his shoulder and was just down.
Dude, when he pulled that guy.
Yeah, when he shot the dude in the shoulder with the grappling hook, I was like, whoa!
Yeah, and then just I was like, oh my god. And
That's Batman.
That's a scene in Henchman. Well, I mean, not Henchman, Watchmen. And then the Rorschach does that to someone in the comic book and in the movie. And then it's not even that graphic. Like, that is graphic when he does it.
You do a lot in the Batman game.
my favorite part of that movie, or that scene, I mean, is whenever he fucking grappling hooks
The
the box.
Yeah.
And then just, well, bam!
Hooks it in the dude. That
No,
was
my
so
favorite scene
funny.
is when he shot in the back of the head. He's like,
Yeah, that was so crazy.
He's just getting blasted at point blank in the
That
back
was
of the
like
head.
back of the
head.
And he's just like, he's like, stop shooting me, dang it, I'm trying to fight you.
That was so crazy because whenever he was blocking with his arms, he was like shielding his face. I was like, oh, okay, so he's got like bulletproof padding everywhere.
No, but
And then
he
the
is
guy just comes up
bulletproof.
behind him and just like pop right in the back of the cowl. And then
I love how good like this Batman is. Just, I cannot stop
You know-
saying that.
It was,
I know they didn't, but I really like how they just didn't explain the bat suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Like-
in the dark, well, I mean, in Batman Begins, they're like polymer fibers and Kevlar and all this stuff, and I was like, all right, that's realistic. But then in this, they're
No
just
one
like,
cares.
yeah, they're like, hey, this guy, he can get shot in the head 4 times with a 45, and guess what? He'll
they're
still
like,
punch you in the
yeah,
face.
like, he's got weak points, he can get stabbed,
yeah,
but
he got
Oh,
stabbed
dude,
in
when
the arm.
he gives that guy back his knife in
Right?
the same spot.
He just rips it out of his
he's like,
shoulder.
he's
and
like,
then just like, ugh.
he's just so pissed. He's like, you fucking stabbed me, you motherfucker! And the other guy comes to hit him, and he's like, I'm doing something. Bam!
He just breaks out one guy's arm. Just,
It was so awesome.
Final thoughts. We should wrap it.
Final thoughts. Definitely the greatest comic book movie to come out, possibly ever. Literally tied with Superman the movie.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, I don't know what beats, like, because nostalgia just has me, by the gonads
For
for
Superman.
Superman the movie. But this was so good.
I need to watch it like another 10, 15 times.
It was so nice to watch it and get just because you've read or seen it in
Yeah.
comic books and TV shows, other movies.
You know
and
the
it's just-
deal.
Best DC movie ever.
Better than any Marvel movie so far.
Well, I have no video about that.
What about you giving in whenever we talk about how great the movie is, and you'd be like, fine, you win,
Bruno, final thoughts.
get us out of here, Shuey.
Like, this is better than any Avengers movie or any team superhero movie, and it's not even a team superhero movie. There's just it's just so good.
Dreams came true tonight,
Yeah.
guys.
Bruno, final thoughts.
I don't know.
Final thoughts. Good movie. If you want to see it, go see it.
Well put,
Amanda.
Berto.
Classy as always, buddy.
Very few words.
Wait till there's a Carnage movie and we gotta peel you out of your seat.
Alex, want to take us home? Want to take us home?
Alright, thanks for watching or listening. This is available, or is going to be, because it's the past. Because we're in the past.
Yeah.
On iTunes and Podomatic.com. I'm going to put links on our Twitter page, which is social_nerds. We're also going to have the video version of this, which is, as I said in the beginning, us in a car right outside the movie, because that's how we do. We get your reviews fresh. And that'll be up on YouTube at The Social Nerds on YouTube.
Steamed up the windows in here.
Yeah, we did. We steamed up the windows good. If you want us to talk about anything, the pod is back, so send us, a topic you want us to talk about or something like that, and stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Not gonna do it, Berto?
No.
Okay.
Asshole.
There's got to be one.
Thanks for participating, piece of shit. Say 5 words in the whole damn thing. You don't even.
I don't know
They
what
were
you guys
very
were
poignant
expecting.
five-
I know. I didn't expect much, but whatever. I got more than I should have gotten, I guess.
We got 50 minutes of solid
Are
recording.
you still recording?
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know which one of these buttons to push
You push the center of it.
because there's. Oh.
For real?
Stay
Makes sense.
nerdy, guys. Stay nerdy. Are you
Saving.
gonna stop the video now?